Alright, we're going to do one more video with these Primos sticks. Now I've got a tall bipod out here, a tall tripod, and then the tripod short on this bank here. Now I've got them all set up about equal height, okay? Now I want you to notice, that's the bipod. See where that leg is? See how far up the hill? See how far down the hill? See the angle that leg is going down there. Now if this was a little steeper, that leg would have a hard time biting into that heel. It'd try to slide on me, okay? Now that's the actual bipod. We're going to move it out of the way. There's the tripod. See where the legs are? And what'll happen a lot of times when you're using this, let's say if the heel starts falling off, you'll have to adjust that front leg and it'll push this closer or farther to you. Alright, so you see it. See that big wingspan? So you have to have, odds-wise, you have to have cleaner ground to get the stick set up, and you'll make more noise setting it up for the same shorter height shot. Now I can go lower. That's as low as I can go with that stick right there. Okay, I can't go any lower. So if I'm shooting off, so imagine there's a drop off in front of me and I'm having to shoot down. All right, that stick may not go low enough either. There's the short stick. See how it sets? See the angle of that leg is not as sharp going into the ground. Alright. Now this stick I can let down lower. See that? See how low I can let it down? So if I was shooting over down into a canyon, this would let me do it more so. Okay, so from a low perspective setting on the ground, this has advantage over that one. See the angle of that leg? It's not as obtuse, or I guess really it would be acute. It's not as acute. See there? See how it sits? This stick, I can get it back up here. When I put it, now this is not necessarily that steep. But see what happens to it. And it takes you longer to set this stick up because you have to maneuver these big long legs. It's windy out here. Okay, so this one will take you longer to set up generally than the short one, per shot with leaves off. Okay, now I've moved these sticks to where it's even steeper. Okay, you know, sharpshooters been in this situation a lot. That's pretty steep right here. See how I've got the short stick? See where the leg is setting? See that? See how straight the leg is, meaning it has some vertical to it. So when I put the rifle in it, it will set still. See that? Okay. Now here's the long one, set at about the same height. All right, and its wing spread is set out, but notice what happens. See the leg? See that leg? Look, see what it's trying to do? It's trying to scoot down the hill because it's so steep. Now you have to keep that third leg away from you. But remember, these legs here, you know, they're swept back because of the, you know, the angle, you know. So you have to, odds-wise, you have to keep this stick a little farther from you because of the legs, but you've got that leg that's trying to go down the hill. This stick same kind of ground. Look where the leg. See the leg? Look at there. See the angle? It's not up like, it's not sticking up like that trying to go down the hill on me. So if I was shooting around sides of hills, leaves off, this is the deal. The short one. Not that tripod. And even not that bipod. Even though I have made some shots using that bipod, but that's before I got smart. I got me one of these. Okay. Now, if you live where the ground is predominantly flat, maybe this is a non-issue. You can get around little places, even though you have typically flatter ground where you may be around ditches. You know, a squirrel could get you locked up, meaning you can't advance anymore. You're taking a risk. So you may have to set up shop where you're at. Well, this stick here gives you better odds of being able to set up. In the woods, setting that stick up, setting on the ground, shooting, leaves off, you have to have a larger, cleaner area. You know, you can't be trying to get the legs around little cedars like that or whatever. The footprint of this stick here, when let down and the legs spread out, is much smaller. So it's odds-wise you'll find a cleaner place to set your stick up if you have to choose. That's going to conclude the video.